What is up, K.I.T.T? Welcome back to the series where I build popular movie/TV show vehicles using cars in GTA Online. Again, guys, let me know in the comments what movie/TV show car you want to see me customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next build video. Now again, guys, as much as the community loves the Fast and Furious cars, let's try to focus on some of the other popular movie cars if possible so it's not too repetitive. So in today's video, we're going to be building K.I.T.T from the TV show Knight Rider. Now, of course, we did have the movie made afterwards in 1991 and a bunch of spin-offs, but of course we're going to focus where it all started with the original TV show in 1982. It's most famous for the modified 1982 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, which had all the crazy gadgets including self-driving, a built-in AI that you can communicate with, its turbo boost function, which basically was a high-speed jumping ability, and of course its body that was indestructible to almost everything, and a bunch of other crazy gadgets and features as well. Which some of that is pretty ironic, as we now have self-driving cars and the ability to speak to newer ones using certain commands. Of course, this was mind-blowing back in the 80s. But anyways, the car we're going to be using for this build is the Imponte Ruiner 2000, which is directly based on K.I.T.T. And if you didn't know, K.I.T.T stands for Knight Industries 2000, so that's where Rockstar got the 2000 from in the Ruiner name. Now this car can be found on the Warstock website for a normal price of about 5.7 million and a trade price of about 4.3 million, making it the most expensive car in game. So yeah, I would definitely think twice about buying this one. That's an insane amount of money for one car, even with all the special features that it has. Now, if you're on a budget, you can always go with the regular Ruiner for your build, but again, the Ruiner 2000 is literally directly based on K.I.T.T. But anyways, let's go ahead and start the build for K.I.T.T from the TV show Knight Rider. Now this car can only be customized at the customs or of course your Avenger or MOC. So we're gonna go ahead and take it to the customs. Alright, so we've arrived at the customs. Let's go ahead and bring it in.
Here for the magic touch.
So I purposely put that little scratch on the bumper so you guys can see how much it costs to repair that. Look at that, just this little scratch, $6,000. You see the rest of the car is perfectly fine. I put that little scratch coming in just a little bit on purpose so you can see $6,000. Just crazy. So yeah, I guess kind of similar to Benny's cars when you have to fix them. A normal car in GTA, even a multi-million-dollar supercar, you can literally have it like absolutely wrecked, unrecognizable, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll fix that for $800." You know, but yeah, that's the price you gotta pay to fix special vehicles in this game. But anyways, armor 100% for sure, race brakes, engine, max out the speed because this car in the show supposedly could go like 300 miles an hour, so as fast as we can. Stock lights, plate, so I do have the Knight plate with the blue background, so you should definitely go with the blue background to be the most accurate. And then if you want to take the extra step, do the iFruit method on the app, to get the Knight lettering, you can do that. I still have mine from a long time ago, so I haven't changed it, so that's why I still have it. Respray. So obviously the whole car was just black, right? So let's throw a matte black on here to get rid of the pearl we have on the silver. And you can go here to classic and you can pick the black, which it's definitely what you want to do, and I would not recommend a pearl, so just put classic black, or you can do crew black if you're in a crew with a pure black hex. So I think it looks a lot better than normal black. You can see back and forth, just looks a lot cleaner. Secondary, you're gonna want to go ahead and make that match, so black primary and secondary. The crib for this car goes on the hood but off center to compensate for the hood scoop, so that's kind of cool. Suspension, you want to leave this stock. Even in its stock form, it still sits pretty low, so yeah, definitely leave that stock. Transmission, turbo. Now the turbo noise, it's a bit controversial but in the show it was a turbine fake sound. And then there's a reference to the turbo boost, even though a turbine can't have a turbo, but whatever. The turbo tuning in there make it even faster. Now wheels, we're gonna go to a lowrider category. We're gonna go down here to the super fins, and these are super close. You can also go with turbines, but at least in my opinion, I think the super fins are the closest, especially when we paint them in the black. You can see it looks absolutely fantastic, completes the look for sure. Windows, now in the show, the car didn't have any tints. It was just normal like this, but you gotta admit it does look really cool with the limo tints. But you know, all personal preference. You want the accuracy or you want more of a cool factor? Up to you. I'm gonna go with the accuracy, so we'll do no window tints there. That's all the options. So this car basically comes all decked out with all the visual upgrades already on it, down to the interior. I mean, it's all there, and the woo sound. You can hear it there in the background. So cool. And the red light at the front. Now unfortunately we can't paint the interior in that kind of like tan color that was in the show, which kind of sucks. I wish we would have been able to do that option there, but I guess Rockstar didn't want to let us get too similar, even though it's literally obvious. But anyways, let's go ahead and take it for a drive. Now, in terms of special functions for this car, you know, this was like one of the first crazy special vehicles added in game, and it was exclusive to where you had to own a certain property in order to buy it, and you had to request it very strangely from the interaction menu here and the special vehicle section, which is still here, and it cannot be stored in any garage. It has to, again, has to be customized in the customs or Avenger or MOC. So yeah, very weird one. And of course it does have the machine guns, and it does have the missiles with a very good fire rate, and this is arguably has the best missile tracking in the entire game. This car right here, this thing, it will literally do like a complete 90-degree 180 turn to shoot the target you lock onto. It's ridiculous. The best missiles in the game by far. It is insanely good. And of course you do have the jumping ability. Oh, let me demonstrate the missiles here, even though most of you have seen this 1,000 times, but let me do like a really awkward angle on purpose. Oh, I didn't get the lock on there. I'll go a little bit more. Look at that. It's like when it's insane. Insanely good. Now Michael Knight was protecting. He was sort of like a cop, but in this case we're killing cops, so my bad. I'm trying to do like really off on purpose, but yeah, I mean it's kind of hard to in certain situations. I guess like also when you're going towards a cop, you can also get that. You can see how good it is. Yeah, look at that. It's insanely good. All right, enough of that. Let's get rid of the cops. Bribe authorities. Boom. That easy. If only it was that easy in real life. Just retire there. There we go. But yeah, this thing is an absolute beast. So other than the missiles and the machine guns, it also has the jumping function. So you press your horn. So this car doesn't really have a custom horn. So you press your horn and boom, it jumps, which is very cool. So in the show, that was called turbo boost. So basically what would happen is he would press it and then the car would like speed up. I start to go really fast, and then boom, it would jump over the obstacle. Oh, the obstacle it needed to. Hopefully without landing on a car. Jump over the obstacles, so that's pretty cool. Now in one of the episodes, the car, he went off the plane with a car, and then he attached a parachute to it himself, or no, actually multiple parachutes to it himself. Very weird. Obviously that wouldn't work in real life unless it's done properly, not in 5 seconds just strapping a parachute to the roof. I guess Rockstar got inspiration from that, and then this car has the parachute function. So if you jump or you go off a mountain or whatever, and then you can deploy it. I'll do a little better here. Wow, the light post messing us up. So boom, you can deploy it. So to deploy it, you just press X if you're on PlayStation, or A if you're on Xbox. So awesome there. And then of course this is in the muscle car class, so it can in fact do wheelies. And pretty decent wheelies too, look at this. not bad. Now this car is not usable in normal muscle car races, but it is usable in the special vehicle type stunt races, so there's always the option there, even though nobody really does those anymore. But yeah, is it worth its normal price of 5.7 million plus upgrades too? Now you're talking what? You're talking 6 million with upgrades and everything? That's kind of ridiculous for a single car. Now in the show, this thing was indestructible. I mean, you could beat it up with a bat, with a hammer, and it wouldn't even dent nothing. But in GTA, it's just like it's a normal car. You beat the crap out of it, and it's gonna dent up and get damaged, and windows break. So I really wish Rockstar would have made it indestructible too, especially for this price. And maybe taken a couple explosive hits, maybe 1 or 2. But this thing takes none. So one single homing missile from an oppressor, or some guy standing on the road with a homing launcher that has ammo, you're dead. So yeah, something to keep in mind. The Stromberg, that car, has a submarine function. Doesn't jump, but it does have missiles and a submarine function, and it does have armor. So something to consider. There are better vehicles, in my opinion, that have special abilities in game, and they're less money. So yeah, but are they K.I.T.T from Knight Rider? Obviously not. Do they have the very, very cool whoosh whoosh sound from the front end? No. Or this awesome interior, which Rockstar did a really, really good job on. Also no. But I mean, it's just a lot of money. Now with the trade price, it is 4.3 million plus upgrades, or like at what, 4.5 or 4.6 depending. It's a lot of money. Honestly, if you really want it, I would wait for a discount. Usually Rockstar puts all these types of cars on sale on Black Friday for like 50% off. So I mean, if you can get this thing for about 2 million, I think that's perfect. Honestly, I feel like this car should have been priced. Its normal price, or its trade price, should have been no more than 2.9 million. That's just my opinion. But obviously back then, this was kind of like, the first of the first. They were adding in these crazy cars with special abilities, so Rockstar knew people were gonna pay for it. But yeah, overall, really, really good car. It's just a bit overpriced, and I wish it had a bit more features. I would have loved to have seen a speed boost function, not like the Toreador or a rocket-powered car. It's just something that would speed you up, kind of like the Nitrous from Arena War, and then just a bit of explosive armor resistance, and maybe bullet-resistant windows, right? Just some stuff like that, but I guess that would make it a little bit overpowered, right? All right, let's might as well open up our engine compartment and all that stuff. Let's do all. Let's see. So engine model, man, that also hurts this car. This thing is a $5 million car basically, and it has this really crappy 2013 engine model. That's terrible. With texture quality, yikes. The interior is cool. Rockstar really did a good job on it, but the door panels are just copy and paste from normal muscle car. However, they did change the seats, so I will give them credit for that, and the dash, center console, and it also has the buttons and switches and all that stuff, even on the ceiling too. So yeah, the interior to me is pretty much like a 10 out of 10, even though we can't make it the tan color, which would have been amazing. Trunk texture quality, same as the regular Ruiner, pretty terrible. I mean, look at that. That's it's a bit yikes on a car this expensive. So engine model, engine bay area, and trunk, not too good. But interior and exterior, very, very nice. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what vehicle you guys want to see me customize next for the movie slash TV show build. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.